Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7th.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Watson on first down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To the air yet again, Watson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Javon Hargrave, the D-tackle, getting the sack. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
Boy, did they ever. And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. York able to send this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Purdy under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Purdy to throw it on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On second down, McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17-0 our score after 1. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. he can also be a weapon downfield as well.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Purdy. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. McCaffrey following the penalty. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Purdy looking to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Play action. Now Purdy. In trouble, and he's taken down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll get 34 yards there.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. From the red zone now, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Elijah Moore, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Purdy on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Here's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are pouring it on. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. 2nd down and 3.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Purdy now to throw.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Agnew now to return. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board,
and now here is another interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
K'Lavon Chaisson
from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson going deep here for Bryant. They've got his man complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he's got it inside the 10. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Purdy off the play fake.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Browns' 3-yard line.
Here's Purdy.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Third and goal, try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Throwing here, Purdy.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
It's 4th and goal.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Chubb trying the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. And Watson's going to throw it here. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Hey, 31!
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Watson on 1st down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what,